The modern banking system is more than a financial institution, it is a teaching tool. It reveals profound lessons about power, control, and the way wealth moves through society. Whether we recognize it or not, our financial lives are shaped by a system that dictates who holds money, who creates it, and who benefits most from it. Banks are often seen as neutral entities, places to store money, take out loans, or process transactions. But the deeper truth is that banking is a structure of influence, a game of leverage, and a system designed not just to manage money, but to shape human behavior around it. The question is, are you learning the right lessons from the banking system, or are you unknowingly following financial scripts designed to benefit those at the top? Lesson 1: Money is not what you think it is. Most people assume money exists as a fixed, tangible asset, something that can be stored in banks, counted in numbers, and exchanged for goods. But in reality, money is an illusion of stability, constantly created and destroyed. Banks do not just hold money, they create it. When you take out a loan, the bank does not hand you money that already exists. Instead, it creates new money through debt issuance. When you deposit money into a bank, it does not sit untouched, it is lent out multiple times, leveraged to generate more wealth for the system itself. Banks operate on fractional reserve banking, meaning they only hold a small percentage of deposits while lending out the rest. The majority of the world's money is not physical cash, it is digital entries on a screen. This teaches us a critical lesson: money is not scarce, it is controlled. It is an energy that flows where financial institutions direct it, meaning that those who understand the system can move with it, while those who do not remain subject to it. Lesson 2: Debt is the real currency of the banking system. If money can be created out of thin air, then what is the real asset banks deal in? Debt. Banks do not exist to simply store wealth, they exist to lend, profit, and sustain an ongoing cycle of financial dependency. Most banks make far more money on lending than on any other service. Interest payments ensure that banks earn exponentially more than the amount originally loaned. The credit system is designed to reward long-term debt engagement rather than true financial independence. This teaches us that debt, not money, fuels the global economy. And while debt can be a tool for strategic financial growth, it is also a mechanism of control. If you are in debt, you are working for the system. Your payments, interest rates, and financial decisions are shaped by obligations rather than freedom. The wealthiest individuals do not use debt in the same way as the average person. Instead of borrowing for consumption, they use strategic debt, borrowing to invest, expand, and multiply assets. The key is to understand when debt serves you, and when you are serving it. Lesson 3: The banking system rewards those who know how to play. Banks are not inherently evil, they are tools. But like any tool, they benefit those who understand their mechanics and disadvantage those who do not. Wealthy individuals and corporations use banks differently. They leverage the system for investments, asset protection, and tax strategies. The average person uses banks for saving, spending, and borrowing, rarely for growth. This highlights a critical truth: banks do not exist to make individuals wealthy, they exist to sustain the banking system itself. Those who learn the rules of the game, how to invest, leverage credit, and move money strategically, end up in positions of financial power. Those who do not remain inside the system, following financial scripts designed by those who do. Lesson 4: True wealth exists outside of the banking system. One of the biggest illusions of modern finance is that wealth is something that must be stored inside the system, but the greatest financial minds do not keep all their assets in banks, they move beyond the system. They hold real assets, land, businesses, commodities, intellectual property. They understand that true wealth is not what sits in a savings account, it is what grows, produces, and compounds over time. They position themselves in a way that banking policies serve them, rather than restrict them. For those seeking true financial sovereignty, learning how to operate outside of the traditional banking system is key. Lesson 5: Financial education is the most powerful currency. The banking system has one primary advantage over most people: knowledge. The average person is taught to save, borrow, and spend, but not to invest, own, or leverage. Financial education is rarely emphasized in traditional schooling because the system benefits from financial illiteracy. The fewer people who understand how money truly works, the easier it is to sustain the banking cycle. This is why those who seek financial empowerment must actively unlearn traditional money narratives and replace them with deeper financial wisdom. The most powerful financial lesson is this: money itself is not wealth, knowledge of money is. The more you understand how financial institutions work, the more you can operate within and beyond them. Reclaiming financial power from the banking system. So what can be done to move from financial dependence to financial sovereignty? 1. Use banks strategically, not passively. Do not just store money, use it to grow wealth. Leverage investment accounts, high-yield savings, and strategic credit usage. 2. Prioritize assets over stored money. Savings accounts alone will not build wealth. Focus on income-generating assets, investments, and property. 3. Understand how debt can serve you rather than control you. Avoid high-interest consumer debt. Use debt wisely, only when it leads to greater financial expansion. 4. Expand financial education. Read about wealth-building strategies beyond traditional banking. Learn how to make the system work for you, rather than working for the system. 5. Think beyond traditional financial models. Look into alternative wealth systems, DeFi, decentralized finance, blockchain innovations, private investments. Wealth is no longer confined to banks, it is evolving, and so must financial strategies. Final thoughts: the banking system as a teacher. The banking system is not inherently good or bad, it is a mirror, a structure, and a lesson in how money moves. It can be a tool for expansion or a trap of limitation. The difference lies in whether you play the game with awareness or follow the system blindly. Those who study the banking system see the hidden forces of wealth control. Those who do not remain under its influence. The question is, will you be a passive participant in the system, or will you learn how to use it for financial empowerment? Thank you for joining me in this exploration. If this message resonated, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's continue shaping a financial world where knowledge, not dependency, drives wealth. See you next time.